Hello, I'm Michael Cowan, captain of the SACS First Team Hockey for 2023. From the get-go, we knew we had something quite special. In under 13, before this grade 8 year, many of us met on province tour, and we all found out just then that we were going to SACS, and we all had a big smile. We were like, okay, this is going to be a special 5 years. That was, I think, at the Founders Festival, our first ever festival. And our first game we ever played, surprisingly, we actually got thrashed. And we were so shocked because we thought we were going to be the dream team. But in the following games, the truth came through. Yeah, I think we can all be so thankful for them, the amount of work they put in and everything, especially Pierre from grade 8 and Mr. Clark. The caliber of coaching was so high, all of them coaching provincially and nationally. The effort, everything, and we also had a wide body of them. We didn't have one coach. We had Mr. Clark doing the videos, Mr. Pevley helping here and there, Mr. Barnard being our manager as well. It was all just so well put together. They didn't conflict each other, and they just wanted to get the best out of us, which they did. They wanted us to play with flair, exciting hockey, attacking. That's what it was all about. Obviously, situations in the game need structure, especially in the defensive half, so they would get quite harsh, but practices, usually the structure came from the boys themselves because we wanted competitive practices to push each other. So really, they didn't need to enforce much of that. We all held each other accountable. It was an incredible year, great results, but also we just have made so many good memories. Those nights, Friday nights, in front of our home fans were amazing. And for all the boys I know, they've told me they will never forget them. So it was a special season. Yeah, that was probably the first time I ever played hockey in Johannesburg for Wanderers. I was about 4 years old in that photo. My whole family played hockey. My granny played for the Springboks. Both my parents still play. So I was probably destined to play hockey, and it was the first sport I loved and continue to love.
So that's all the way back in primary school. One of my first games were hockey in grade 3 or 4, if I'm correct. And ever since then, I've been in love with the game and couldn't get enough of hockey.
I think that was one of my first backhand shots that I ever took. All my sports, I used to eat my gum guard, and I had everyone off the game telling me what's the point of the gum guard if you're just going to eat it.
Before I started playing hockey, I started soccer. So my love for soccer was always there, but there was one Friday I used to play for Central Hockey Club, and so at that time I was grade 6, and I've watched my cousin play hockey for ever since she started, and I've just enjoyed hockey. So that photo right there is every year we'd have to go to the Lanka Festival and we play a tournament.
So I grew up in Knysna, and it was a small school, Oak Hill. It was one of the only sports offered, so it was probably the biggest sport there. So I started playing, and then I just loved it from there on, then came to SACS in grade 3, and it was just my favourite out of all of them.
I think that was in grade 2 when I played a game against my parents. It was a boys versus parents game.
So I'm originally from George, and I went to Holy Cross Primary in George, and yeah, that's where I started my hockey and moved here to SACS in grade 9.
Yeah, that photograph was in my granny's garden, and back home, I'm not originally from South Africa, I'm from the Netherlands. So unlike these other guys, I didn't have an older brother to look up to. But yeah, my parents kind of forced me into hockey, and from there my passion grew.
Yeah, that's when I started playing hockey. I think it was grade 4, grade 3, or indoor hockey that is. And first time I actually played outfielder, defender, left back. Turns out Bompy like that isn't too good at running. So he went into keeper, they needed one, and went to the Seals, which is the Cape Town A side. And yeah, I won goalkeeper of the tournament. That was the first year playing goalkeeper and first time winning goalkeeper of the tournament there. And yeah, I've never turned back from there. It was good times and lots of food, so yeah.
So I'm actually the youngest out of 3. I've got an older brother and older sister who are both very keen hockey players. So from a young age, I was exposed to the sports, on the sideline watching them. So really, they just inspired me to play hockey. And once I started, I loved it.
That shirt came from the indoor team that I played for. So we had a league that they put together, and we just play matches against each other. And that stick that I had, I loved the color. I didn't even care what brand it was. I was just like, yeah. And at that age, green was my favorite color. So any shade of it, I'll just buy whatever it was, I guess.
Look at this for now, I don't think I've grown much, but grade 3 I think, against Bishops on the mini turf at the junior school. If I think about grade 3, I wasn't originally playing hockey at the start of it. I was quite a keen rugby player, actually, believe it or not. And my mom just said, just try it out. Maybe you don't know where it'll take you. Maybe you'll have some fun with it. And I've been playing it ever since, so I think I made the right choice.
Well, I started my hockey career at Sweet Valley Primary, so I only came to SACS in grade 8. Coming from a co-ed school was quite different to a boys' school, and yeah, I just felt, I don't know, it was a completely different environment, and I think I liked it, yeah.
That was the first time I've ever played goalkeeper. It was at an indoor tournament. Yeah, it is a bit of a lust to carry this big thing around, but as on the back it says goalkeepers are amazing people, and I really believe in that as well.
So I think my hockey journey started in grade 3. I was actually a week late on the winter sports sign-up because I was sick on the first week. I can't remember exactly why. So then I arrived for the second week. The teacher just put me in the G team to start off with. And then a week later, I found myself in the A team. And I've never looked back since then.
So I'm from Langa. That's my hockey club. I think I started playing hockey when I was like 5 or something. Yeah, that year I think I was 9, playing for the 14 side. It's just like my family plays hockey. I just picked up a stick, started playing, and then I enjoyed it. Yeah.
So we were blessed that starting off we had a good pool of talent. So that was fortune mostly, coincidence of all coming together in grade 8. But from there we just took it to another level with our friendships and connection off the field as much as it was on the field. All of us are good friends in the classroom. Hockey helped, but I think we all would have come together anyway. So on the field we had such good vibe and banter, and we just loved to play hockey. Like practices, we wanted to practice. Games, we couldn't wait. So we just fed off each other in that way. And the new guys coming in, we just included into that on tours. So many good memories. Nobody was left out. It was just amazing.
They kept us all together. We played in the same team every grade. So we moved up from grade 8 all the way to matric, playing with the same guys, developing chemistry and just a great team bond, which helped a lot in this final year especially.
And I think that's what also made us also like a good team, is because we're always there for each other. There's like brotherhood there in our team.
It was really special. I think there's no one has enemies in the team. We all get together really, really well.
We all play different styles of hockey, and I think that just brought us closer together.
Cowan's a great leader, and he made it easy. Made my job easy, and everyone here is a leader.
Having players around you that support you and support your decisions and do what you say is extremely important. So yeah, having a team like this, it's amazing and it's a privilege to work in.
A lot of us knew each other already, so we already had that bond.
I think the vibe that everyone brings together, and the love that we have for each other, it's the sense of like brotherhood that we have, especially from the school as well, and they just teach us to almost die for the badge is what we say a lot of the time. And it's basically just saying like play hard, do your best, like even like almost die for the ball, if you know what I'm saying, in a literal sense.
Not only the players in my team now are they like some of the most talented players in the whole of SA, they're also great people, and I felt really easy coming into the team because they just laid down a foundation for me to become the best hockey player I could possibly be.
It's great to play with them. Obviously, I look up to them and they are great players.
This team, I think it's the fire that everyone brings.
Like everyone just knows each other, so like we trust each other. It's just like that. Yeah.
I would say I brought command to the team. I was the main distributor from the back, so having a composed and clear mind, making decisions, being the last line defense. I think I'm quite forceful.
Sure, so I had a big influence at short corners, scoring lots of flicks there. I was also involved in the attack mostly, linking up play and pressing.
One of my nicknames was I used to ghost. So I just run with the ball and then people just ran away from me. I don't know why.
So every Friday I would like get the guys hyped up. I want like people to be happy before we're playing the game. So I was more of the energetic side of the team.
I think I brought like passion and energy in defense.
Yeah, I think I'm just very competitive and yeah, just really love winning.
You know, because I'm tall, I'm quite fast, you know. We did a race the other day, so I'm not the slowest in the team. I'm faster than Wayne. But it's just, I'm here to score, that's the rest. The rest else has other jobs.
Got to be prepared to take a hit in some sore places. It's, yeah, get in the way of a ball, basically, that's coming very, very fast and hard.
Being one of the forwards, you got to have energy in the press, so just something different, I think. Just brought something different to the team.
Probably most importantly for me, being able to lay off the ball to the magical players around me. Yeah.
I like to dive, so as you can see there, I was a gymnast. I did gymnastics for like 5 years, so I think that does help.
So I think my versatility was a big part. I spent time at left back, right back, left link, right link. If I was lucky, even 5 minutes in the fetches.
Goals, vibes and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a feeling you can't like quite describe. It was just the emotions of it all. You think of all the time you spent on that exact Astro, the time we spent with each other and the crowd as well, every Friday night, them coming down. It was just a special feeling, especially after the final whistle when they ran on. That was incredible, and just being swarmed is like something you just can't forget forever.
It was quite a tough one. Like, you dreamed for 3 years playing first team. It's the only thing I could think of when I got there in grade 8. And like, for it all to come to an end so quickly was quite a tough one, but also a very happy and exciting one at the same time.
So yeah, it was quite emotional and very happy in that moment, yeah.
Yeah, it was really special. I mean, you work so hard for 10 years, you play in the sport, and you always have goals, and then when you're grade 8, you look at first team and you want to be there, and then when you're there and you have the whole school with you celebrating, you just feel so proud and happy that you can be there. And yeah, it's just really special, emotional.
Yeah, it was inspirational.
I never thought I'd experience something like this ever in my life. So, yeah, and I think schoolboy hockey is just like this moment you'll never experience in your life again, ever. Like whether it be on a national level, international, I don't think you'll ever experience that ever again. So, yeah, emotional but happy and yeah.
The cheers, the war cries, everyone coming to watch the games, you don't experience that anywhere else.
It was an amazing experience. Played against Bishops, last home game, having your brothers behind your left and your right.
It was quite an emotional moment, I won't lie. Obviously, coming grade 8, your dream is always to play first team for your whatever sport you play. So sharing the moment with these guys that you've been together for so long, it was surreal, and it was a really proud moment for me that I'll never forget.
The sense of unity that I felt in that photo is absolutely unreal. Like, you always dream, especially from a young age, and even inspiring younger kids, especially. I know a lot of junior school kids came to watch that game, and just knowing that we were able to inspire others, and the fact that we were able to grow up and be in that moment is it's truly amazing.
Looking back on it now, I feel like I can only be happy that I was able to experience playing with these guys. I mean, not many people can say that they can play with 7 SA people in a school team, all these province players. I mean, I learned so much looking back, and it's an experience I'll never take away.
Obviously, looking back at this team, it's very hard to do what they accomplished, but obviously next year we hope to maybe do something just as good.
Yeah, so that's very special to be there. I think Pierre said there was 1,000 people at the last Bishops match, which is incredible. And so when I wasn't on the ball or when they weren't near me, I could just look around and see all these people.
It was really like nice and emotional because like, not for me, but for the others, like this is the last time I'm going to play with them as together.
Yeah, I mean, the whole experience was just surreal. From running onto the field through the tunnel of players and the smoke, all the way till the end here where we're standing in front of the crowd. It's something you can't really describe. I've always thought since grade 7, you know. I felt like this day would never come, and now I'm suddenly standing here, part of the best team in the country, and rather emotional for me, even as a grade 11. But yeah, it was an amazing experience.
For me personally, I looked up to my brother and watching him play and things like that. Like a lot of us here, we have older brothers. It's a theme in the team, but yeah, I think that's what you should play for. That like to give people, to inspire younger people who maybe don't have this opportunity or won't get this opportunity and aren't as privileged as you. So I mean, really, yeah, that's what we aim for.
I know definitely for SACS we have inspired the younger grades, and at interprovincial tournaments we have younger boys coming up to Aswan knowing us to be the SACS team.
We are the SACS First Hockey Team. We are in the class of 2023.